welcome to the stage, Tom Musial!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Arcade Comedy Theater for the Intro Stand-Up Class Show. Give yourselves a round of applause for selling out the arcade. Holy cow! We're actually going to have the show at Heinz Field tonight. We did that freaking hockey game tonight, so we aren't able to do that at Heinz Field. Jeez, if I thought there was going to be 18,000 people here, I wouldn't have worn this goddamn sweater vest. I'd be sweating my balls off here. It's crazy. But give yourselves a round of applause again for coming out tonight. And also, who's here is the first time at Arcade Comedy Theater? Big applause for those guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Arcade Comedy Theater is the leading downtown nonprofit specializing in comedy. They have 4, 5, 6, sometimes 20 shows a week. It's a fantastic place to come see stand-up, improv, sketch comedy, musical comedy, puppets, just all kinds of funny stuff. If you are interested in comedy, please check out the website, arcadecomedytheater.com. You'll find out all kinds of good stuff there. But what's the best thing about Arcade Comedy Theater? Is it the comedy? Is it the friends? Is it the great lighting? No, it's BYOB. Who BY'd their own B tonight? Who's having a good night here? That is awesome. I'm a comedian. I've been doing comedy for quite a while, and you know, a lot of places they'll give you a beer if you go there, which is really nice. But you can tell I'm wearing a sweater vest. I'm a beer snob. I don't always like what they have, but that's why BYOB is so awesome, because you can bring whatever it is you like. And I've been in hundreds of different comedy venues. Very few of them have 40-ounce Keystone Ices that you can drink there. So here's cheers to Arcade Comedy Theater and the stand-up class. Cheers for those guys. Just to show you the dedication we have to comedy at Arcade Comedy Theater, I'm drinking warm Keystone Ice for your entertainment purposes. So that is awesome. We have 12 students backstage who are working for 8 weeks. They're ready to come out and do some comedy for you in just a little bit. Can you make them hear you in the back? Let's give a big round of applause for those guys. We have a special guest closing the show tonight. This gentleman's been doing comedy in Pittsburgh and New York City for a while. He's actually moving out to LA, so it's a real treat to have him tonight. His name's Andy Picard. Let Andy hear you in the back. Give a round of applause. My name is Tom Musial. I've had the pleasure of working with these students and helping them out as they've started their comedy careers. They've started to emerge from their comedy cocoon to become comedy butterflies. A little bit about myself, because I'm sure you're very curious about me. One of the things I like to do the best when I'm drinking my Keystone Ice is I like to hang out with my friends. I go to the bar or just hang on someone's back porch and have a few beers, but I like to play games, you know, like I like to play bar games like pool and darts and foosball. I love all those games, but I'll tell you what, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at every one of those games. I've never won a game of darts. I've never won a game of pool in my entire life. But I finally found one game I'm actually pretty good at. People call it different names, I'm not sure what you guys call it, but it's this game where you set up these boards like 30 feet apart and you toss bags into holes in the boards. You guys ever hear that game? What do you guys call that? Fucking cornhole they call this game. The one game I'm actually good at in my entire life, and the name of that game is also a slang term for just nasty stuff I'm embarrassed talking about with you 158 nice people here at the Arcade Comedy Theater. And the first time I ever played this game, I was at my friend's house, and I'm like, this game is so much fun. Where do I go and buy a set? And he's like, don't buy a set. Go on the internet and get the plans and make your own set. Well, I'll tell you guys one thing. Don't search for cornhole on the internet. That is a terrible search. Like, especially don't do a Google Images search for cornhole on your computer at work. Some kind of alarm goes off in HR and they come right down to your desk and you have to have a meeting with your supervisor. If you guys remember one thing from tonight's show, please remember this. Don't go on the internet to see if they sell cornhole supplies at Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't care how new your computer is, how up to date you keep the software. As soon as you type in cornhole bags at Dick's, you get a virus in like 1 second. And you have to get a new computer, and all you had money for was cornhole bags, and it kind of screws you up. It's kind of a nightmare. Another couple questions for you guys. 5 plus. Any moms and dads in the crowd? Any moms and dads here? Any folks on Tuesday sitting down? Get a little load. That's awesome. I'm a dad myself. I don't know if you can believe this, but I have 6 kids. Can you believe that? That is crazy. I have half as many kids as there are comedians in the show. That's how many kids I have. Here's the craziest thing, though. I have 6 kids, and they're all boys. Can you believe that? That is crazy, man. I tell people that, like, dude, what is that even like raising, having a house where you're raising 6 boys? And I'm like, the only way I can think of to describe it is, every day at my house is like Steeler game day at Heinz Field. It's loud, it's crowded, there are people urinating in places they shouldn't be urinating in, and if you're there for longer than an hour, you're going to see somebody throw up. So that's pretty much what life is like in the Musial household. And if you're raising kids, who knows? You're raising kids, they're so expensive, right? They just take all your money, man. 6 kids, I'm always broke as hell. But I finally found one way to save some money with your kids. Don't let your kids watch commercials, right? Because if a kid sees a commercial, they want you to buy whatever it is they see. So in my house, my kids are not allowed to watch anything with commercials. Except they do see commercials when we're all sitting around watching Steeler games together. Last year I asked my 5-year-old what he wanted for Christmas. He said he wanted a pickup truck, a case of beer, and a prescription of Viagra. So I got him the beer, you know. He's too short to drive and he has his hands down his pants all the time anyway, so I don't need to encourage that bullshit. All right, you ready to get this comedy cavalcade underway tonight? You guys excited? Get your hands up in your pants. Our first comedian tonight, you're really going to enjoy him. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Tom Campbell.
Good evening. It's good to be here. I wasn't sure I was going to make it. Had a very, very weird day. Started this morning riding on the bus. I know that's easy because the bus is always weird, but sitting right across from me, some guy eating a cinnamon roll. The biggest goddamn cinnamon roll I ever saw. It was the size of a manhole cover. He's not just eating it, he's loving it. He's got it just rubbing all over himself. And I'm trying to look away, but I can't. Try not to pay attention. Just then the guy on the other side of me nudges me and says, "Whoa, I think that dude's gonna fuck that pastry." So I got the hell out of there and went to work, which I thought would be a lot quieter. Ride up the elevator, get off the elevator, and out of nowhere comes my assistant. "Stacy! She's 23 and she's perky." I'm not perky. I don't want to deal with fucking perky. "Did you see the report that I emailed to you?" "When?" "Oh, I guess it's around midnight." You see, Stacy, at midnight, I was doing something you need to be doing. I was fucking sleeping. So, yeah, that got me a little invite to the harassment training. Another one of my geniuses decided to heat up a bagel in the microwave, no big deal. But he pressed too many zeros on the keypad. So he did 20 minutes instead of 20 seconds. And bagels are flammable. So about 15 minutes in, that thing went poof, which unfortunately set off the smoke alarm. I work in an office building. It's not like at home when the smoke alarm goes off and you just knock it off the ceiling with a broom and then take the battery out. First, strobe lights go off all over. Strobe lights. And if you haven't had a seizure, you hear this. "Attention, attention. An emergency has developed. Proceed immediately to the exits. Try not to shit your pants." So I go over to the exit. I'm waiting. I'm looking around at my coworkers, and I'm thinking, these people are never going to make it down the stairs. They're all going to collapse about 1 floor down. And when they do, it's going to block all the exits, and I'm going to be trapped. So I said, "Everybody, just go back to your seats. It's fine. Just wait for the fire department." Some guy said, "Well, what about the fire?" "No, don't worry. Smoke will get you long before that." So I'm scheduled for fire safety training next week. Believe it or not, I've had to learn a lot about clothing in this job. A job that has nothing to do with clothing, but I have to enforce the dress code. And it's very, very complicated. I didn't know this. You ladies have 28 different kinds of pants. Just pants. It's amazing. I don't know how you do it. So I thought, how am I going to keep up with this kind of a schedule? That's all right, because they gave me the official pants manual. Made it a lot easier. I know everything now from capri slacks to culottes. And, on chance that I forget, there's color pictures. It makes it a lot easier. Recently had to enforce the dress code with a guy, which is a little bizarre. Stan. Stan likes to wear sandals. And, he thinks now that it's a warm February, he can wear sandals all the time. I said, Stan, you can't wear those sandals anymore.
Oh, why not? Women get to wear them. I mean, you know, it's discriminatory.
Well, Stan, it's not the sandals. Look down, it's your feet. You got that black and yellow toenail thing going. I don't think it's because you're a Steelers fan. And the toenails, they're far too long. I mean, that pinky toe, it looks like a Coke spoon. So you're going to go put on shoes, and I'm going to go and throw up because of what I just saw. So now I have a standing seat reserved for me in sensitivity training, harassment training, and fire safety training. Thank you very much. You've been excellent. And
All right, we're going to keep this comedy cavalcade going. This next gentleman actually has been looking for a new job recently. He lost his last job, was wearing sandals at work. Well, let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Justin Huey, everybody. Justin!
What's up? All right. So yeah, they told me that my coat nail for a pinky toe wasn't classy, so we're not doing that at work. I kind of like it. I'm gonna keep it. So, guys have been out in the real world lately. You guys been encountering a lot of mean, twatty motherfuckers lately, huh? Yeah, little miserable bastards. And they're not just the kind of miserable bastards that hold it in internally. They're out to get you. They're like outwardly trying to make you feel like you got a railing from an unprotected railing from Charlie Sheen. Yeah, you're questioning your existence a little bit after that. So, case in point, I'm hanging out at Starbucks, and this guy's bragging to his friend about how many times he paid it forward. All right, so if you know anything about paying it forward, it makes no fucking sense. You're paying for the guy behind you. Some genius came up with that. Secondly, have you ever talked to one of these people that claim to pay it forward all the time? They're real arrogant douchefucks. I cannot stand these people. And you know the guy who's doing this. He comes in, he's got his skinny jeans on, a skinny dress shirt, skinny tie. He likes to vape, he drinks a lot of IPAs. He's got that Channing Tatum haircut. And he would have a sleeve tattoo on his left arm, but he's been reading a lot of GQ and they're still saying no visible tattoos. But he's pissed because his boy has one, just got a better job than him. So he's holding a lot in. But his boy still thinks he's the shit. They're sitting there hanging out. His buddy's like, listen to everything he has to say with those fuck me eyes. He's like, oh yeah. Yeah, buddy, I know what you're saying. And he just is pretty much gonna fuck him right then and there. He's man crushing hard like the guy's Tom Brady. You guys like Tom Brady? No? I think he's kind of sexy. I'm gonna have a hard time turning down giving him some sexual favors. But if you're super hetero, you at least want to fuck his wife, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if you're not in agreement with either of those statements, I've got an idea for your entertainment after the evening's over. Go ahead, just lap off your genitals, hang them up on the wall right here next to your great aunt. Now follow me on this. Because if you don't follow me with Tom Brady or Giselle, you pretty much treated your genitals like your great aunt. You had a good time with them once or twice, but pretty much utterly neglected them. So, our boy is definitely not done yet. The confused yuppie hipster that we know, in fact I call him Yupster Mike, that was my nickname for him. He's not done. the barista, she's trying real hard to look good, but she's not the brightest bulb. She fucked up his coffee, and she's gonna hear about it. Listen, bitch! Order a quadruple espresso, only 3. Let's get that fixed right now. She wasn't in the mood for this. She's been on nerves all day. She's got her eye makeup done real cute, and she's crying, fucking it all up. You know, she's got that Ulta makeup with the little hook on the corner of the eyes, looking all exotic and Asian and shit. She's a hot number, man, but he's fucking up her swag hardcore. She's not in no mood to go on that date with a guy just like him that she has set up later tonight. And I had him pegged. I knew he was a fucking asshole. What a fucking asshole. So I really decided that, you know, we can't live life like this. We gotta be good to another. We're gonna get sick, we're all gonna die eventually. And it's just not worth it to live life like a dick. Well, we're all working. We've got a lot of oats to sow yet. And unfortunately, we're not gonna be physically capable of doing the things we'd like to do. But retirement's a pretty fucking good time to get in all that debauchery that you wanted to do whenever you're young. I mean, basically, you can euthanize yourself if you want to. And if you lived a good life, nobody's gonna give you any shit about it. So I got a rock star plan for whenever I'm retired. The wife's dead, the kids are taken care of / don't fucking give a shit, and the cancer's untreatable. I'm waking up every morning to a bottle of gin. I'm gonna do a heroin toe jam for lunch, and I'm gonna have 4 Taiwanese hookers for dinner. All right, guys, thank you for your time.
Justin Huey, everybody, Justin!
So we've had tales from the workplace and tales from Starbucks. Where will comedy take us next? There's only one way to find out. Let's have a big round of applause for your next performer tonight, Mr. Michael Kennedy!
How you guys doing tonight? I gotta make this short. I'm supposed to be driving an ambulance. No, that's not true. I'm gonna spend the next 5 minutes telling you why I'm not qualified for that job. So, I'm a chemist, not a very professional one. I'll tell you why. I have no internal filter. Things just... I'm gonna give you a couple examples of this. So, at work, you know, I go to the bathroom, and every now and then, janitor's in there mopping, and if I don't notice that hey, mopping sign is up there, I go in, I get the attitude, I get the business end. So I'm going past a crowd of coworkers and I'm venting, and you know, that janitor, she'll bite your head off. And my coworker, we'll call her Joy, she interjects, she says, hey now Michael, that's not fair. Look at it from her point of view. I got 2 boys at home, and I'm always wiping piss off the toilet seats. And I said, nah. Fellas, we gotta stand up for ourselves every now and then. So I said, hey, sometimes when life juice dries up at the tip of your Fizzly stick, you just can't help but pee like a sprinkler system. And you're just trying your best to just contain this mess that just wrecks your bathroom. Now here's why I should not have shouted that out in my lab that I work at down by the river. You know what's up. We like to give customer tours. And as I look to my right, I see 3 gentlemen barely keeping it together and 1 nice young lady who looks mortified. Mike, please report to HR. Another situation, back in college, I'm just discovering alcohol. And as you all know, there is a very fine line between drunk in public and drunk and disorderly. And I was feeling experimental. As the officer's putting cuffs on me, I'm going, oh, ow. And the officer says, what's the matter? Never had cuffs put on before? And I know I shouldn't have said anything, but I just, oh yeah, there's this one time with your sister, but she's like way more gentle. Give me some, ow. Drunk tank one evening. Now people try to hide these little personality cliques. They try to refrain from bringing out the beast at first interactions. Me? I use it as a filter to see if people can handle me when it just gets so much worse. Like dating. Let me tell you about my dating life. It can be comparable to Hillary Clinton's presidential career. Alone. Sometimes there's Cheetos involved. That one's for me, that one's for me. So, I have a couple of dating profiles. As you all know, Tinder exists. And you can put a little description about yourself. Let me tell you about Mike. Looking for a woman who enjoys digging deep holes in nondescript locations. Must be able to regularly lift 100 pounds. We're a team. I also enjoy kayaking. I enjoy going to the gym a lot, which means I love staring at myself in the mirror. If you would move your mirror closer to the window, I could flex while creeping in your backyard. Be more considerate, you selfish hag. So, not a lot of hits for old Michael. Not very many. No, you know what, that's wrong. I got one hit. Her name was, Casey Anthony. Hold on, it gets way worse. And that just made me think, wow. Because I'm not ready for kids yet either. Give me some! All right, I got one quickie before I finish up. That's all he can do. Hey, now, that's not entirely true. So, all right, I got a cat. Who likes cats here? Let me hear it for cats. All right. People, I just pointed out for you every single person who would put up with a shitty one-sided relationship as long as cuddling's involved. You are welcome. That's a community service twice in one evening. Now I can get my judge off my back. Found a cat last December, freezing rain. I'm going to paint you a picture. You ready for this? Freezing rain, found this cat. Yes, you are. And so I don't want a cat, but this cat comes up to me. Meow. Macy, little fucking furball. So I gotta take this cat home. Obviously, I gotta take this cat home. Here's the problem. I'm on a bicycle. I have 4 miles of hills before I get home. I make good decisions. So I put him in a book bag. Have you ever biked 4 miles with a cat in a book bag? That is a hostage negotiation. I still have scars on my back. Try explaining that to your girlfriend. I'm not gonna tell her, oh yeah, I biked 4 miles with a cat in a book bag. Mike, why do you have so many scratches on your back? I'm having an affair. All right, last one. So, so you guys, I'm gonna paint you a picture. Work with me. Do you guys think ever since Elvis died on the toilet, Secret Service made a little bit more of an attempt to check on the Presidente? You know, when he's getting hemorrhoids sitting on the can? Let me paint you a picture. President Trump, is everything all right in there? Listen, what I'm dealing with in here is huge. Trust me, my friends have told me, I dropped some steaming loads back in my day, I can tell you. This is very bigly. I'm gonna clog this train and I'm gonna make Shaman pay for it. But it wasn't it wasn't exactly a slow ride about 20 years ago in the Clinton presidency, okay? So, President Clinton, you've been in there for a while. Son, do you even know what a blumpkin is? That's all I got for you today. Thanks so much. Michael Kennedy, everybody! Thank you so much, guys.
Dr. Kennedy, get political with us here at the Arcade Comedy Theater. All right, hey, let's keep that applause going. Keep this thing going. Our next comedian coming up to the stage is Adriana Helbig. Let's hear for Adriana!
On this stage, yes. Thank you so much for coming out. What a great crowd. Holy shit. Usually I just see 200 freshmen at Pitt, 9 o'clock in the morning. No pulse. I know. I teach music. I love Pittsburgh. I've been really enjoying learning everything about this city. I've actually gone to a football game. I've been here 8 years, so I've realized that the Steelers' schedule determines everything at our university. And I've realized that my English language is starting to change a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying that my English was great before I moved here. They say, how do you like your hamburger? Medium? I said, no, large. And everything just turns into one syllable at this point. So I saw a poster and it said, don't be a worrier, be a warrior. So worrier, warrior, all the same, one syllable. So I just, every time I think about what's going on here, I try to have like a really American experience. And so I'm being audited by the IRS, and I realize that this is about as American as you can get. Someone back there said, "Oh, you're too naive for comedy." So this is the third time I'm being audited by the IRS. What is she doing? Well, I'm an accordion player. So all of this undisclosed income, they can't believe that I'm making so little and still being able to survive. And so when I got the letter that I'm being audited, I did the first thing that you do in Eastern Europe. You buy a box of chocolates and you go down to the IRS office. Because bribes actually work in Eastern Europe. So since Trump and Putin are having this great relationship, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about Russia and the country that we're having some close relations with. This is the same group of people that in World War II, Pavlov's dog, they strapped explosives onto little puppies and they trained them. They were going to run these puppies across the battlefield towards Nazi tanks, but the puppies only heard the sounds of the Soviet tanks and turned around midfield and blew up the Russian line. So, that's right, that's right. Very recently, there was a conversation in Russia to think about whether to send Putin's sperm to every young woman in Russia to be able to create a new, strong nation. And then I thought, wow, can you imagine an American president sharing his sperm with young women in America? Segue! So the first ladies, you know Hillary Clinton, she's given us the pantsuit. Michelle Obama has given us the arms. And Melania Trump, resting bitch face. This is actually a real thing. I don't know if you know anyone out of Eastern Europe, but the pictures, nobody smiles in pictures, nobody smiles on the street, nobody smiles on the bus, because shit just goes wrong all the time. You don't know whether your neighbor's gonna run over your cow with his tractor. You know, Putin might invade Ukraine, Chernobyl, right? So all of these things just add to that. But the good thing about this is that if you're audited, all you need is a box of chocolates. That's all I got for you guys.
Thanks for helping everybody!
We're going to get a little intellectual, you guys. Our next comedian has a PhD in puns, a doctorate in delivery. Let's hear it for Dr. B. Woo! Dr. B!
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. My name is Dr. B. I'm a clinical psychologist. So why the fuck would a psychologist want to do comedy? Simple. It's a lot more fun than listening to depressed people. Psychologists did a survey of women in the DC area, and they asked them this question. Would you have sex with Bill Clinton? 86% of the women said, not again. So, I really love my work as a psychologist, and I saw this guy in his 20s a few years ago, and he said that he could summarize the misery of his life in 4 words. Small penis. I said, well, that's only 2 words. What are the other 2? He said, I almost can't tell you, but okay, it's really, really. I said, look, I don't want to put you on the spot. I don't want to make you feel bad, but I have to do a thorough investigation, thorough evaluation. I want you to be frank. So is it really, really, or is it really, really, really? He goes, oh God, it's not a really, really, really small penis. It's only really, really. I said, oh good, okay, so we're further along than I thought. So at the end of the session, I said, look, I want to give you some feedback. 2 things. One is, I want you to stop calling your penis nasty names. So no more Midget Mike, and no more Snailhead. Especially Snailhead, because if you call it that, it's just going to withdraw into its shell. I said, I want you to find some calmer names, nicer names like friend or buddy. He said, okay, cool. So a couple years later, I run into him. The guy is beaming. I said, man, you look terrific. And I wink at him, I go, how's Buddy? He goes, oh man, Buddy's doing great. He said he just was attracted to a young woman, was a tiny, tiny house, and then he winked at me, he said this, and it's an amazing fit. Okay, a little bit about myself. It's a little slow audience here, folks. So, a little bit about myself. I am divorced and now happily remarried. Yeah, it was one of those repeal and then replace kind of things. We got married on the beach in Jamaica last summer. Man, do they smoke a lot of pot in Jamaica. I hadn't smoked pot in 40 years. And it was a lot stronger, and it lasted a lot longer than I realized. So on the day of our wedding, a few hours before the ceremony, my wife and I decided that we're going to get stoned. Big mistake. Why? I didn't remember a fucking thing after that. So I kind of recall someone during the ceremony to the left of the minister saying, I do. And someone to the right of the minister saying, I do. I just hoped one of them was me. So they had a wedding video of our ceremony, and if you look at me on the video, I'm acting kind of inappropriately. So the minister is going through the ceremony, he's talking about commitment and love, until death do us part, and then it's my turn to say the vows, and the video cuts to me, and this is what you see on camera. So inappropriate. So inappropriate. Was that timely? Was that funny? Was that funny at all? Yeah, when you're stoned, it's fucking funny. So I apologized to my wife after, and she said, oh, honey, don't give it a second thought. I saw the video. My left boob was hanging out the whole time. So I'm a father of a millennial, and he's very much into camping gear, and so I'm online a lot of times with him looking up camping gear. And REI is just the best. And don't know if you know it, but REI just launched a new porn site. It's fucking intense. Fucking intense. Okay, so my son is my biggest, he's my biggest support, but he likes to give me a lot of shit for doing comedy. So he texts me and he says, Dad, let's FaceTime tomorrow night He said, you could do your comedy routine. It's better than Xanax for putting me to sleep. Love, Jake. So I shoot him back an email. I said, Dear Jake, thanks for your support, LOL. But I bet that my comedy routine is a lot more exciting than your sex life. Love, Dad? And he shoots it back. He said, haha, got your text back. Talked to Mom recently, found out that your 2-minute comedy routine is about how long you last in bed. Love you much. Love, Jake. That's my time. Thank you.
Keep going for the fucking intense comedy of Dr. B. Woo! All right. Our next comedian puts us at the halfway mark. Let's hear it for Mr. Eric Weber. Woo! Ooh. Hey, wow, that's uncomfortable. All right. Someone you worked with a few months ago sitting front row. Nothing like that. Let's hear it one more time for Dr. B, huh? On behalf of the class, I'd like to thank Dr. B for prescribing us all a little something. Make us all feel nice and loose for the show tonight, huh? This class has been a lot of fun. I've had a good time, as we all have. I think the person who's had the most fun in this class has got to be Tom, the teacher of the class. If you didn't know, Tom comes up intermittently. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Tom has had to endure hours and hours of shitty stand-up comedy. I can just imagine Tom in the back of the class like, you gotta be kidding me. Another fucking dick joke. God damn. Work on your delivery. Make us really appreciate your ball sack. Come on, make us, come on. I sent out a group text a few days ago just to let people know I'd be performing in the show, the details of the show, and I got a few texts back. Yes, I can make it. No, I can't make it. You get the point. And I got one text back. It's like, no, absolutely not. Wouldn't go even if you paid me. Wouldn't be caught dead there. Fuck. All right, Dad, I didn't want you there anyway. Me and my dad have a very, very weird relationship. I remember being very upset, asking my mom, Dad or Mom, why? I feel like Dad hates me. Or, why does Dad hate me? I feel like he doesn't even love me. And my mom would just be, Eric. I guess she was petting me like a cat. Eric. It's not that he doesn't love you, honey. He just loves your brother more. That's it. He just loves your brother more. Let me ask you a question. Are there any single women in the audience tonight? Any single women? Clap for me. Clap for me if you're single. There is no follow-up to that question. I just wanted to see who was available. Did you clap? Were you one of the ones who clapped? All right. Looking good. Chances are looking good. For us to prepare for this show, a lot of us were going to open mic nights. If you're not familiar with the concept of an open mic, it's basically a microphone in a dive bar, and people go up there and tell jokes. Very simple concept. Yeah, pretty funny. And a lot of more experienced comedians have been telling us, hey, not going to be a home run every time, not going to hit it out of the park. It's going to take a few years for you to get experience at this thing. So that got me thinking: Are there other professions that have the open mic? Is there a heart surgery open mic? I like to think there is. But come on, we're losing them. We are losing them, people. We are losing them. And to see if we can save them, put your hands together. It's the second week here in a row, Mr. Ken Ramator. Come on up here. Hey, we're gonna try. Let's see what we can do. Second week? Jeez. Oh, he's flatlining. Hey, I'll be back next week. Everybody. All right, hey, we couldn't save him, but everybody, 2 for 1 Miller Lite Traps. It is wing night. It is wing night. All right, we got that going for us. Seriously, somebody's got to clean up this court. I cleaned it up last week, over my dead body. You like that over my dead body? All right, everybody, thank you very much. That's my time.
Little fun fact about Eric, this is our 8th week that I've had a chance to share the stage, to share the room with Eric. First time I've seen him not wearing sweatpants, so let's have a round of applause. And for whoever brought him pants to him, so the goodwill. That was good, I appreciate that, that was awesome. All right, we are halfway through the students tonight. You guys having fun so far? You guys seem like you're having a good time. There's one announcement I forgot to make at the beginning of class, or at the beginning of the show. If you have to use the restroom tonight, just sit there for another hour because there's no way you can get 200 people to get to the restroom, so just hold it. All right, we're going to go into the second half of our comedy special here tonight. Let's hear a big round of applause for Mr. Michael Cohen. Woo!
Yeah, no, the class has been great. I've learned a lot. He's been bringing in different comics to talk to us. I got some really good advice recently from an older comic. He told me to try to dress nicer so I don't come off as quite such like a low-life scumbag. So this is everything from Target that didn't have a security tag on it. That's a punchline, but it's not a joke. Boys section. I got out of a long relationship recently, well, about a year and a half ago now, actually, so not that recently. But I got, back into dating, I got a dating app. I got OkCupid. And it seems like everyone I meet on there is either like somehow deranged or emotionally stunted. And it's just really easy to start thinking like, maybe I'm too good for this app. But the thing is that every hot mess and train wreck that I've been paired with has been handpicked for me based on my answers to hundreds of questions. So that is my match. Right? Like when I'm in some cafe with some word-vomiting basement dweller, like OkCupid thinks she compliments me perfectly. And I get it, because when you answer certain questions like, how does being slapped in the face during sex make you feel? And you pick option C, nostalgic, you're courting a particular type of person. And the thing about OkCupid, for those of you who don't know, is its algorithms aren't based on opposites attract or complementary traits. It's all based on how similar you are. Which is probably great, if you like yourself. Right? But for the rest of us, it's this kind of psychological mirror that's held up to us over the course of dozens of unpleasant experiences. And apparently I have the psychological profile of a 24-year-old cat lady that loves to talk about Bernie Sanders. Like, still loves to talk about Bernie Sanders. And I get it, like, why would OkCupid set me up with a well-adjusted individual? Like, what's she done to deserve that? Right? If she wanted to hang out with the Where Are They Now of the Ritalin poster child from the 90s, she could go to some stupid hipster restaurant 3 blocks from here and hit on the food runner. Alright? That's not what she wants to do. I did get paired with a really wonderful woman recently, but she had me pegged on the first date. Now, I'm down for a good pegging every now and then, but the first date is too soon. That joke is like the opposite of Shrek, where the young people get it and the older people are left wondering. Yeah, the internet makes things weird. The internet makes things like scary sometimes. And I had an interaction with my dad recently that really drove this home. So for those of you who don't know, there's this cartoon frog named Pepe. And Pepe's become a meme, and he's become a mascot for the alt-right, which are like the weird, creepy, racist ones. Okay? And there's another meme frog named Dat Boy. And Dat Boy is a slender frog that rides a unicycle and keeps his politics much closer to his chest. And I texted my father a picture of Dat Boy wearing riot gear, and he texted me back, "That frog is a white supremacist." And I had to say, "No, Dad, that's not the white supremacist cartoon meme frog. It's a different meme frog." Like, what a year! How is that a thing? And I just picture my poor, like, 65-year-old, like, paranoid Jew of a father trying to navigate this world where every time he sees a cartoon frog, whether it's Kermit or the WB frog or the gecko from Geico, because he don't know the difference. Just being like, "Is that the Nazi frog?" Right? And the internet stresses people out, and they get weird, and they snap, right? And I condemn this, but I'll say, like, I condemn them, but I'll say, I get on some level mass shooters. Like, we all wake up. Stop funny. Hear me out. We all wake up some mornings with that little voice in our head that's just like, "Hey, let's subject a bunch of mindless sheeple we've never met before to an event that will ruin their day and probably their lives." And that's why I started going around Pittsburgh performing at open mics. Many of my sets have been described as tragic bombings at local bars. Thank you, I've been Michael Collins.
Gregory Thompson, everybody!
faces out there. Hopefully I don't disappoint you like I did my wife on our wedding night. Being bald kind of sucks. Like, if I shave everything, my face, my head, I look like Uncle Fester. But if I let it grow out, I look like Danny DeVito. I'm one 6'10" friend away from shooting the sequel to Twins. I'm a little self-conscious about it, and I think it's because of my wife, and I love my wife more than anything. But she's the best at giving backhanded compliments. I just gotta look at her. I just gotta look at her. She's the best at giving backhanded compliments. Like, most of the time I have my contacts in, and I put my glasses on one time, and she looked at me and she goes, huh, you actually look really good with glasses on. Oh, crap, maybe I should have worn them, I would have attracted somebody nicer. We were hiking through the rainforest on our honeymoon, and it was beautiful, it was a great time. But I was like 20 or 30 yards in front of her with the guide, and when she finally caught up to us to get a drink of water, she's leaning over, she's like, I can't believe your cardio is better than mine. I'm like, that's the nicest way anybody's ever called me fat. I do need to work out more though. We have a little boy, he's 2 years old. I'd like to stick around to see his 3rd birthday. It's a little embarrassing though when your gym clothes are a little tight. For girls, it's easy. You guys have what is Spanx. They suck and tuck everything in. Guys don't have that, but I found a solution. I buy Under Armour 2 sizes too small. It made my C cups, A cups like that. It's tough to get a workout in though. Like I said, we have a 2-year-old boy, and I eat like my 2-year-old's done all the time. His favorite thing in the world is goldfish. And I've noticed a lot of similarities between him and 20-year-olds that are out drinking. They eat the same way. Maxwell loves goldfish, and they fix any situation he's in. We're playing, we're riding around the house, we're playing, and all of a sudden he's running. He says, oh, Daddy, I hurt my head. Buddy, do you need a kiss? No. Do you want me to hug? No. Do you want some goldfish? Okay. Same thing with 20-year-old girls out drinking. I've seen them stumbling out of the bar. Why doesn't Tom like me? I'm pretty. I'm pretty, right? I'm pretty. I just need something to eat. What do I have? Goldfish. They fix everything. And you know how I know goldfish fix everything? Who wants some goldfish? Yeah, see, everybody got excited for the goldfish. It's tough getting out with my son. I am a stay-at-home father. I have a great time with him, but we got involved with Mommy and Me classes, and we got involved with one, and I just really wanted to be accepted. It was like going to the first day of high school again. I was nervous to talk to the girls. I just really wanted to fit in. I wanted to be one of the girls. So we get there, and we're talking, and they're talking about The Bachelor. I'm like, I love The Bachelor. I'm like, Nick is a jerk. He should have totally picked Ashley. Yeah, see? You know what I'm talking about? And then all of a sudden they start complaining about their husbands. They're like, oh, you know, Drew he needs to spend more time with Mark. He needs to be a better father. And I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, my wife needs to spend more time with my son. And those bitches turned on me like I was Lindsay Lohan and Mean Girls. That's my time. Thanks a lot. Thanks everybody.
I'm not throwing Keystone Ices out. It's against the law. I can't do it. So, hope you enjoy goldfish. All right, let's have a round of applause for our next comedian. Taking the stage, Miss Erin Martin, everybody. Erin!
I got shit else better to do with y'all time? I wanted to come out here and be professional with all my list, but you know, I'm not a pro yet. Not just yet. A little bit, had a little trouble getting here, and then my family, you know, we show up late for everything. They're out in the lobby now because my family is horrible. My aunt passed away, who's like a matriarch in our family. They told the family the funeral was at 11. I showed up at 1:45 and still hadn't started. This is real talk. But you know, like, I want to talk about something for a minute. Mental illness. It's not a joke. We're standing in common. No, seriously, I'm sure you can relate. There are people that you know that are walking around undiagnosed or misdiagnosed and need Dr. B's type help. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not a shame. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, go see a doctor and get off YouTube University. WMD will not give you a medical license. You got to see a professional for this type of stuff. I won't see a doctor. But then they started like singing the alphabet to me, and I'm like, what the hell you doing? The alphabet? He starts saying, yeah, you have ADD, ADHD, PTSD, IDD, MDD. I didn't think that was cool. I'm like, not the alphabet. Oh, element of P, Y, and Z. Like, okay, what the hell? You know, I mean, seriously. I recently got my certification to start cooking. I am a professional certified manager chef now. I left the corporate area of life because I'm not about that call center life anymore. Can't do it, can't be myself. I like to express myself. That's why I took comedy classes. I like to cook. You know, they want to sit there and scream at you on the phone. I can't do that. I'm from the hood. I will smack you. I have your address. Like they call on the phone. Like, can you imagine me as being how I want to be? They call, hello again, what you want? Listen, hold on, wait a minute. First of all, pump your brakes, slow your roll, and try this shit again. Because I ain't got time for all this. You talking all loud, can't nobody hear what the hell you saying. Now, how can I help you? Oh, you don't like my tone? After you just got to screaming all up in my ear like this? Boop, click. You like that one? That's the one me all up in that. I ain't got it to do. And then, but no, I was actually professional, but I used the mute button. It was my friend. I was handy with that mute button. They call, hello, thank you for calling. How can I help you? Mute button. There goes the screamer again. All up in my ear. Can't stand. Unmute. Hello, yes, ma'am. I'd love to help you if you would just calm down. I'd be more than happy to give you any assistance that you need. Just please calm down. Mute button. This bitch is still screaming. I hate this fucking job. I hate this fucking people. I fucking quit. Hello? Oh, boop, click. No, but seriously, you gotta be nicer to your service rep. Nobody go there, sitting there waiting for y'all to scream on them all damn day. And then you be wondering why your ass got transferred 10 times in 5 different countries on hold for 102 minutes and then blue click. I'm serious though. You can't just do anything you want to people out here. You know? It's like this guy trying to talk to me. I told him no, I don't want to be bothered. Just could you please stop? You don't want to keep talking to me? You don't want to quit talking to me? So I standing there talking to my friend. She says the guy's coming up. Tap me on the shoulder. Yeah, what you want? What you want? No, what you sipping on? Then you come here for this? This is what you want, right? You know, you see what happened to your lip? What happened to my lips is I'm allergic to your bullshit. And that's what we thought about that. That's how I got it out.
We're in the home stretch. Our next speaker coming to the stage. Let's give him a big round of applause, Mr. Trey McDonough.
What's going on? Keep it going for Tom Musial. Keep it going for the teacher, the MC of the class. I want Tom Musial to have a podcast called The Usual with Tom Musial. Every morning we get to watch that. I love Tom. He's taught us every single thing about comedy and absolutely nothing about how to find our car in the parking lot next to the comedy theater. So if you guys want to see something really funny, just go to that parking lot Tuesday around 9:30, watch 15 comedians try to find their car. We're lost in that shit. I'm 9 weeks of this shit and we're still lost. I got lost today. I popped out the wrong door today and ended up where Batman's parents died. I started looking for the drums and shit. I was like, no. Come on, people here. This is bigger than the usual AA meeting we're used to. I know that a lot of people couldn't get in. Don't worry, Antonio Brown's here. He's going to live stream this whole thing. Okay. I'm here to talk about some controversial shit today. Apples, right? Edgy. I know. Apples, right? I fucking hate apples. I do. I hate apples. I do. Because, like, no other fruit's pouring itself out there like apples is. Like, the marketing on apples is way too high. Everywhere you go, it's apples, apples, apples. You know? Like, apple a day keeps the doctor away. Nah, bananas and orange probably have the same effect. You know? You go to a fast food place, they're like, would you like the healthy choice today, sliced apples? Well, if the healthy choice is sliced apples, looks like I'm headed to an early grade. Bring on the french fries, Linda. And the thing is, I might actually like apples. I might. If my entire childhood, they didn't foreshadow a possible worm popping out at any moment. Like, that fucking happened at one point? Like, they knew that from the door. Like, you're learning the ABCs, they're like, A is for apple, and it's a picture of an apple with a bite taken out and a worm popping out. Like, that's not okay. Like, I questioned that at a young age. I'm like, all right, A is for apple, but we're not moving on to B until we explain the worm. And they don't. You happen to get the WWs for worm? No, nothing. We're gonna put this whole thing together, nothing, just questions. And what came first, the apple or the worm? Are they making tequila from apples? That's where there's always a worm at the bottom. Is there any correlation for bobbing for apples and fishing with worms? I don't know. And there's always that one saying, one bad apple ruins the bunch. Yeah, said the guy that got the one with the fucking worm in it. That might ruin the bunch for me. That might ruin the whole fruit for me. That gets me there. That gets me upset. That and the check engine light. You guys ever get that? The check engine light? The broadness on that notification. Like, seriously, I've never built a car before, but I'm assuming it starts with like a few things. I don't know, like a few tires, a base, a wheel, and an engine. So like when you hit me with check engine, I'm the guy on the side of the road with the hood up just pulling shit out. Check engine. Like, I'm a guy, I can deal with the occasional dashboard notification, but I'm looking to do like one of three things, you know, like get my oil changed, get gas, or go put air in my tires. Check engine's just panicking a 2-watt bulb on my dashboard, just lighting up my car on a Tuesday night. And the thing is, like, you can't take it to that run-of-the-mill mechanic you would go to for like the last 10 years that you've been just paying with like a greased-up handshake and a case of beer. He can't fix it. He comes out every time like, I don't know, buddy. No, they're all gadgets. They're all computers. They don't make them like they used to. It's just like something they say. They don't make them like they used to. It's just like another way of saying progress. That's progress. So you end up taking it to like some retired Geek Squad guy like 3 hours away just so in 2 minutes he can tell you got a water bottle stuck underneath your seat. But no! Honey didn't give me the old water bottle with the seat emoji, no, he gave me check engine. And that was a panic-filled day. Like I need any more road rage. I got road rage, I do. I got very, very weird road rage. Like, does anybody else's road rage end in a hit song? I know. Like, that doesn't happen, right? Like, that doesn't happen. Me, every time. This happened to me on the way here. I was on this dude hit the brakes in front of me. I was like, why did you brake, bro? Bro, why did you brake? Why did you brake? Why did you brake? Like a couple miles down the road, I was like, why did you brake, bro? Why did you brake, bro? Why did you brake, bro? By the time I got to my house, that shit was a whole song. I was like, this is why you brake, bro. This is why you brake, bro. All right, guys, that's my time.
Ladies, Miami Vice collection of polls. It's Mr. Trey McDonough. That's awesome. All right, we've got 2 more comedians from the class tonight. Let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Tom Schema.
So I want to bring you into my world tonight.
Sorry.
I'm dyslexic. Do we have any dyslexics in the house?
Yeah!
Hostile crowd. Hostile crowd. So, yeah, I'm dyslexic. We're a proud people. We have a month. It's October. No one really reads the memo. We don't really do anything. But if we were to do something, we would take down our arch nemesis.
Yeah.
English teachers that make us read out loud in class. Do you know what it's like as a dyslexic realist? You're like, it's one of those nature specials where you're like an injured deer, just kind of with a book. All to get like 5 sentences from A Midsummer Night's Dream that no one can understand. Absolutely no one has benefited from it. And you see, the problem with being dyslexic is that you're kind of smart, you just can't read. But that means you gotta spend a lot of time with people who can't read and are fucking idiots. Let me bring you into this world. So, remedial reading 1 hour per day, most of my childhood. You got nose kicker, skin picker, you got the biters, you got the criers, you got that kid with the rat tail. Why? You got that kid who chews out his dirt and he's got the thing here. Like a half dozen other ones, they all got Velcro sneakers and they all really like Limp Bizkit. And that's who I'm getting educated with. And what do adults tell you when you're young? They say to you, your school years are the best years of your life. Best years of my life with these knuckle draggers. That's where I spent it. So, but now I'm kind of grown up, I guess. I got a job, and I'm an adult, and I got there, and I actually got through high school, and I graduated with honors, and I want to give you 3 pieces of advice I learned along the way. You know, you have to take feedback. That's number 1. And everyone's always saying you got to put in the time. It's so important. And you have to surround yourself with really bright people, the smartest people you can find. And then you have to cheat off every one of those motherfuckers throughout the entire experience. Every test, every grade. Let's hear it for cheating. But now I'm still dyslexic, and it doesn't go away, you don't grow out of it. And I recently was reading and I came across a word for the first time. It was nonchalant, or natulant. Or to all of you, nonchalant. And the thing is, it's going to be nonchalant for a long time for me. And so at work I have to kind of explain this to people. I have to be, Carol, I'm sorry, you don't want me to edit that. See, the thing is, I'm dyslexic. And they always react the same way. They pause. And they stare. Like, I'm in a wheelchair on the 2nd floor, and they're thinking, I can't figure out how the fuck that guy got up there. So I have a girlfriend. She's a reader. And having a girlfriend really teaches you how hard it is to understand what it's like to be dyslexic for other people, because she asks me crazy questions all the time, like, did you not understand my text? Let it settle in. Because, you had an important message and you thought texting was the best way to get that across. Hey, next Friday, would you like to go see that foreign film? It sounds like after a long week of work, popcorn and 2 hours of reading subtitles would really let you wind down. Why don't you ever want to go to karaoke? Well, you read these instructions, you get the point. It's constant. And still, as a dyslexic person, though, we have our pride, and we pride ourselves on being creative. We pride ourselves on being gritty to get through all that. And we're entrepreneurial. And a lot of dyslexic people will say, I wouldn't change it. They'll hold to that. I would never change it. But if you ask one of those people, would you marry a person with dyslexia? Yeah. They'll tell you in a not so nonchalant kind of way. Fuck no, I would never do that to my kids. That's my time. Thanks, everybody.
We have one more member of the class before we get to our special guest tonight. And let's make him feel as good as you made all the rest of the students tonight feel. Let's hear it for Mr. Joe Wells!
How's everyone doing? Yeah! I'm a firefighter for the city of Pittsburgh. It's my job. It's a cool gig, but people think I'm more important than I actually am. Like I get stuff done for them. Like I'm in a group text with Patuto and his staff. It's just not his case though. Nobody believes me. For instance, I was shoveling snow last winter, and my neighbor comes up to me in kind of a dick way. He's like, "Hey guy, you think you call one of your cooks to get that back alleyway sorted? I gotta get to my kid's basketball practice around 2. Appreciate it." All jacked off, like, bro, do I look like Paulie from Goodfellas? Like I get shit done? I'm acting like a 12-year-old shoveling for Xbox money right now. Apparently, one night when I was working, a drunk driver decided to come down my street and hit about 10 parked cars. Nobody was hurt, thank God. But I come home the next morning, and my neighbors are all out and they're looking to see the crime, drinking coffee, talking shit. And, one yells across the street, "We really could have used you last night, Joe." For what? I mean, nobody was hurt. The only thing I could have done was live tweet what's going on. Fat white dude in an Astro minivan clips 10 cars, hammer drunk, hashtag he's gonna get jail time. Heroin's pretty awesome right now, holy shit. Everybody's on. It's a big part of our job right now because we're allowed to administer Narcan. If you're not familiar with Narcan, it's an opiate antidote that's highly effective. It works very well. Problem is it works a little too well. Gives drug abusers a lot more confidence to do a lot more drugs than they should. It's like a real-life version of the Infinite Lives Code on Contra for Nintendo. Remember that? Up, down, left, right, A, B, starts a light, let's use some code. So we had this poor lady, she was overdosing right in front of her house. And we get there, and this guy stops me dead on my tracks. I get off the rig with the medical bag, he smiles me up, looks me in the eye, says, "Hit her with that Norcon, cousin." I start cracking up because Norcon sounds like the bad Transformer they fight at the end of the movie or something. I felt cool as hell, I swallowed him back, I was like, "I got you, man." Had one loaded up, 2 sprays, pow, pow. She's good, breathing. We go back, we eat lunch, we get another overdose, this time in a busier part of town. So we get off the ring, and I see the same guy who splotted me up earlier. He's on the corner with his buddy. Hits him on the arm, he's like, "Watch my man with the curly hair do his thing, do his Knights of the Norcon." And I heard it, I yelled back, "Hell yeah!" Shit, I got people watching. I gotta perform, I can't fuck this up. So I got one loaded up, strut over a little bit, looking cool. I get down, one knee, look at the patient, look at my guy. No look, John Stockton, pow, pow, place goes bananas. Everybody went nuts. Drop the syringe like it's a mic. Kids like AB in that commercial. Everybody's living, it's great. Usually, when you give somebody Narcan, they wake up sober. It's a good product, it works. Except one time, I'll never forget it, because it was funny as shit. This lady woke up high as hell still. Apparently she was doing her drugs of choice and staggered into a dentist's office and goes down. So we go in, and the first person I see is the actual dentist. This dude comes up to me, he's like, "Yeah, this lady was just doing a bunch of dope, fell down, overdosed. She's obviously not a patient of mine. Her hygiene is terrible." I was like, "Whoa, bro. That information's mean and irrelevant. She's already having a bad day. Don't be a dick, you know?" Well, we get to work. I give her a Narcan, down, pow, pow, nothing. Shit. My partner's getting one ready. He said, "Hit me, J-Bell swoop, pow, pow." Nothing. Shit, we gotta do CPR. So I get down, rip this lady's sweater off. I felt it was the holidays, it was like a Rudolph sweater, it was nice. I get down, and before I do my first compression, she looks up higher than 2 kites. "What are you doing?" I was like, "Man, you're okay. We're about to give you CPR. Tell us, what kind of drugs did you take? Be honest." "I don't know, honey. I took a bunch of stuff. But did you give me some of that Narcan?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am, we did." And the most Yinzer voice I've ever heard in my life, she replies, "Get out of town." Thanks, guys. That's my time.
guys back on stage again in a little bit. Give them another round of applause to show your appreciation. But we have a very special guest for you guys tonight. This gentleman's been on WDVE. He's been at the Improv. He's performed all around the country. He especially likes festivals in Colorado and Oregon, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Andy Piccaro!
Look at this. This is packed. Can we bring the fireman back? Is this legal? Should he be taking notes? If there's a fire, 2/3 of us are done. It's real. That's what I'm saying it for. What's going on? Can you get another big hand for all your friends that performed tonight? Come on. It's tough to perform in front of all your friends. Like I don't know any of you, so I could suck and still go home. It's fine. It's fine. But for them, that was tough. So that's a good job on them. They were all good looking and in shape. So if they stay comics, that won't keep. It's not the direction we go in. I look like Roseanne Barr fucked Wolverine. That's what I look like. Is that not what I look like? That's what I look like. Yeah, it is. It's weird. It sucks for me because I can't really fit in anywhere. No. Like I don't care. Oh Jesus, lady. Come on. She's like no, and she's shaking her head like a substitute teacher. Oh my God. No, but I agree with you. You're right. You're right. No matter what neighborhood, no matter what the ethnicity of the neighborhood, they don't want to see me there. I think about it. White neighborhood, black neighborhood, Latino neighborhood. They look outside, see me standing by their garbage cans, like nah, fuck that. He needs to leave. I'm just saying, there's nobody who looks out their back window, sees me, and goes, oh, he's good. Don't worry about him. He's just standing there. I'm 100% Italian, but TSA never guesses Italian. I've never guessed that. Like, I understand, I know what I look like. I have a bad face to fly with. I do. Like, if I'm late for a flight, I just miss that flight. Because it's the last face in the world you want to see in a light sprint for a 747. I'll take the next one, don't worry about it. It's tough. I'm just saying, to see something, say something world, I'm something. There's no way I'm nothing. I have to be at least, at the very least, something. Like if I go to the bathroom during your flight, you notice. Make sure I go gently, When I fly a lot now, my mom wants me to text her when I land because she's worried. Any moms in here? There you go. You worry about the kids, right? You gotta worry because kids are dumbasses, right? But I'm taking a plane. There you go, extra clap for that. No, really, parents have to worry until they die now because kids are dumb forever. Like, we don't learn. It's true. But no, my mom worries when I fly. She's like, text me when you land. I'm like, Mom, I'm taking a 747 from Pittsburgh to Los Angeles. If it doesn't land, you're gonna know. Right? Why don't you leave CNN on? 6 hours goes by, nothing. I'm at the hotel. Everything's fine. Give me coffee, relax. What information would I have for her if it went badly, too? It'll be like, LOL, in a mountain. This shit's crazy. Don't park in the cell phone lot. We don't know which way's out of the woods yet. So figure it out. Oh man, I'm glad the political season's over. I'm not real political. Like I follow politics. Like I'm from Pittsburgh. I follow politics the same way I follow the NBA. I wait and see who wins, and I buy that shirt. Fuck it, who cares? I'm gonna pick a loser. I don't care. You should see the angry faces I get when I do that joke in Lawrenceville. That's bad. I admire protesters. I think there's shit that's worth protesting, and I think they should go out and protest. I got no problem with it. I'm just not going. Like, I could protest in the fall and maybe the spring, but the winter and the summer, forget about it. I don't care. My sign would just say, hey, put down your sign. Can we go inside? Somebody start a Facebook group, because I don't want to stand in this park any longer. You know what I mean? But I agree with him sometimes. I think it's good that gay people can get married. That's a good one, right? That's good. Hey, not real progressive for a downtown. We're in the cultural arts district, and we're like, well, okay. Let's not call it a good thing. We drove here from Lawrence County and we had to take down our Confederate flag when we crossed the bridge. That's Pittsburgh though. You get 20 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, you're in Alabama. There's no other stuff. It's like, oh God. You forget we're 45 minutes north of West Virginia. And sometimes you don't forget. But anyway, I'm glad gay people can get married. Because it's always been illegal, thank you. Okay. It has always been legal for me to marry a girl that looks just like me. That's always been legal in every state. And you walked into a bar, and you saw two gay dudes making out, and then you saw me making out with a girl that looked like me. What side of the bar is unnatural? What side of the bar is decidedly grosser than the other? I know which one, and I'm me. I know which one I pick. Okay. Political stuff is always tough. Oh God, everyone's like, I don't know, what's he gonna say about it? They want to change the bathroom laws. Like in North Carolina, there's like laws about the bathroom. Haven't we been on the honor system with the bathroom, like forever? Right? Has anybody here been checked? Right? No. And if I shave, I look like a fat girl. If I shaved and put on a sundress and someone went, that's Tiffany, you'd be like, yeah, that's Tiffany. But I walk into bathrooms, men's rooms, fully shaven, and no one's ever been like, hey, where's your dick? I don't know if that's the one for you. I'm a cat guy. Any cat people in here? Yes! Okay, that's for a younger crowd. Didn't expect that shit. Okay. No, I love my cats. You know how I know I love my cats? I let them shit in a box in my house. That's how you know you love something, if you let it shit in a box in your house, right? Like you might think you love your nephew. But if he took a shit in a box in your house, you'd be like, Jeffrey's not coming over anymore. That shit got weird. And you guys are all like good looking and well dressed with it. An LL Bean catalog just let out. Where'd you come from? You guys don't exist in Pittsburgh. Where'd you come from? Oh God, you guys just flew in from LA, I bet.
Hazelwood.
Hazelwood? Close. No, I'm just saying, Pittsburgh has a dress code. You guys aren't following. It's called About to Paint a Room. That's what we all look like. That's what we mean. Come on. Hey, the rest of us assholes look bad. You guys too, what are you laughing at? You're all nicely dressed. I'm not gonna attack. Look at how she sunk down like I'm gonna attack people. Look at the way I look. I look like wicker furniture that was left outside. That's the way I look. I look like the trainer's slow nephew. That's what I look like. Thank you for saying that, though. Now, I love Pittsburgh. It's a lot of, everybody's from Pittsburgh. Nobody flew in for this, right? Everyone's local. Yeah? Well, have you noticed the best thing to do in Pittsburgh during the day is just come downtown here and look at those bus stops? Even like if some of the people outside the lobby, just look outside right now, you'll probably see something special in a couple minutes. Right? What the fuck? Where do those bus stops go? I want to circle where they go and never go there. It's gross. You go downtown in the middle of the afternoon, you see a dude holding a Rottweiler and a bag of D batteries. Like, where is he going? What is his life like? I want to follow him, but I'm never going to follow him. Yeah. Weird. I do like living here, though. It's a fun place to live.
Where are you from, bro?
I grew up in Jersey. I didn't open up for questions yet. I was born here and I grew up in Jersey. Now I live here. You got another one, or what? Does anybody else have a general question that makes no sense to what we're talking about? I am a Steelers fan. See, when we started, I'm losing control like a fucking the first day at like adult day camp. I'm giving the rules. I'm not into conserving energy and shit like that. Just not. My cat likes to drink from the spigot, so I leave it on for him. My friend's like, you're wasting water. I'm like, no, I'm not. My cat's drinking it. Look, there it goes. Like, what bad thing is happening when I leave my water on too long? Right, besides me paying more for water. Right? Is there like a kid in the Hill District somewhere, like turning a faucet and nothing's happening? Like, man, we want to eat spaghetti, but that asshole's feeding his cat again. We gotta wait. I don't 100% know that's not happening. I don't think that's the way water works. We killed all the bees. The bees are dead. We won. We killed them. Who needs honey besides your weird aunt? Nobody uses honey. We have sugar. They've been trying to kill our kids for eons. We finally got them, and people are upset. Cookouts are safer. You can leave your soda or pop anywhere you want. No danger in it. All right, that did better than I thought it would. In the cultural arts district, I thought people would be snapping and hissing in disgust. Like it's not obvious, I don't know what I'm talking about already. Oh man. No, I don't understand a lot. Like we all grew up around here, I'm sure. Remember the tornado drill? Yeah. Remember that? What the hell was that? What was it? Hey, everybody get in the get ready and die position. The tornado's coming. Remember you just curled up against a wall and just hoped? Right? Is that so when the tornado hits the school and the officials show up and they're like, where are the kids? They're like, all right there, hallway C. You don't even gotta look for them, they're all lined up. Go after them. I really am thirsty because I'm out of shape. This is working out for me. And I feel bad, like there'll never be a male plus size model, will there? That shit is gross. Right? No one wants to see that. Seth Rogen's never gonna do a fucking underwear commercial, right? It's gross. Plus size female models make sense. Nobody ever thought that women weren't attractive. It makes sense that we make them models, right? And we say it's brave and courageous when we see them on a magazine. But you've never been at the beach and seen a big fat guy walk by and you're like, oh, he's so brave. How courageous of him to slowly break a chair in front of us and block our view of the ocean. Somebody put him on a magazine quickly. I mean, I can't do yard work with my shirt off outside during the summer. I can't do it. I'm just wrecking the neighborhood for a little bit. You know? Like when you're as fat as I am, you're doing yard work outside with your shirt off. You're just a fat guy outside. There's no other thing you're doing. It's like, hey, what's Andy doing outside? Oh, he's just being fat and outside. Leave him alone. Keep the kids in though. It's weird out there. Keep the kids in. It's getting weird. Now I was walking up a hill the other day, and twice people stopped to ask me if I was okay. And I needed their help. I got a lot of friends who go to the gym. Any gym rats in here? Any gym rats? You can talk. Yeah, a little bit? I mean, I'm in Pittsburgh, so it's only like 3 of you. I know that. No, but all my friends who go to the gym, they're like, oh, you feel great if you go to the gym. If you go to the gym, you feel wonderful. You know what feels great? Never going to the gym. Like, even once. My friends who go to the gym, they're like, my glutes hurt. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck those are. You want yours to not hurt? Why don't you stop doing that? There you go. I fixed you good. You got anything to worry about? I wish I was a little bit more religious. I think religion can be a nice thing, and I wish I kind of had it more, you know what I mean? Because I don't, and it's kind of empty sometimes. Like, but the idea of heaven kind of freaks me out. An eternity on a cloud with your family? Who's thinking bliss right now? Like, right? Who's thinking, yeah, that sounds great, sign me up. Just sitting there forever with your aunts, just arguing. I'd rather be in hell pushing a rock, at least I'm doing something. Task-oriented, you know? But the thing that sucks the most is that when something bad happens to a friend of mine, my religious friends can say, you're in my prayers, which is a real thing. No matter what you think about religion, if somebody says that you're in their prayers, they're praying what they believe in for you to get better, for you to feel better. It's an amazing thing for somebody to do to somebody else. But I'm not religious. So I just say, you're in my thoughts. What kind of empty bullshit is that? Like somebody just walked up and said, you're in my prayers, and they went and they prayed for them. And I just went, I'm thinking about you and stuff, you know? Like if there's only one category, if it's just thoughts, that means, oh, you're sick kid and Fergie's pussy, both in my thoughts. If they're just all thoughts, you know what I mean? If it's just one filing cabinet, just all thoughts. There's no separation. You should be crazy sometimes. So that's how I console people. It's tough to hang out in a group of guys and girls. Is there a big group of friends here tonight, like that show Friends? Yeah. Isn't it tough? Because women give a shit about each other and men don't.
Right.
Men just don't. Women have best friends. Guys never even had that conversation. Like, guys never sat around being like, you know what, I really like Billy. And I really like Jeremy. But Gary's my best friend. No one's ever said that shit. We don't talk like that. Like, God forbid, if something happened to one of you ladies on the way to the show tonight, like say you broke your ankle in the shower, you texted your best girlfriend and broke my ankle in the shower. Well, what happened? She'd come with blankets and casseroles and a spreadsheet of the shit you need to do for the next 6 months. Right? Any guy in here, if you broke your ankle and you texted your best guy friend, which you don't really have. Dude, I broke my ankle in the shower. What text did you get back?
That sucks. Fix that shit.
That sucks, pussy. That's all you get. I drive you, but I'm not. That sounds expensive. We don't care. We don't care. And it's never more obvious than at the end of the night, right? At the end of the night, you're out in a big group of guys and girls. What happens if April is missing? You fucking light a torch, you grab a pitchfork, and you find April. Like that, it might take the rest of your life. It doesn't matter, you find her. What happens if Frank's missing? You just fucking go home. You're like, look, Frank can read a bus schedule, all right? Let's get the hell out of here. He's either getting blown or he's dead. We'll find out on Facebook. We don't need to stick around for this shit. Nobody cares about Frank. I love Facebook though. You guys like Facebook? I like the honesty. Some people don't like to admit it. It's like liking Lifetime. You know what I mean? You gotta not be too loud about it. But I like Facebook. I do. I love like to watch my weird friends from high school just slowly lose their shit. Right? Isn't that just watching people publicly go crazy. You know? I love that. I like to argue on Facebook too, which I know makes me a bad person. I know it does. And it's tough to argue on Facebook because sometimes people have pictures of their kids as their picture. And you're in an argument. So now it just looks like you're arguing with an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, it's good. And it's really tough when the kid's ugly. Because you're in an argument. Shit's getting real. And it takes everything inside you and I go, oh, fuck you and your ugly kid. How about that? Nobody cares. And I'll do a couple more kid jokes and get out of here because that went so well. Look at me, I can't even fix this. Listen, do you hear the way I said this? I'm getting more feminine as I get older. I'm just saying I think more options are going to be on the table soon for me. No, I want to have a kid someday. I think I do. I know I'm not ready to have a kid yet because whenever my girlfriend and me have a pregnancy scare, my first thought is, oh, I hope you're cheating. I think you like the neighbor, I don't know. Now, you know you're going to have a kid when you call it a pregnancy scare. That's what we call it, a pregnancy scare. We're two people shaking in a Rite Aid. It's a scare, we're scared. We don't call it a maybe we'll be happy forever. That's not what it's called. We're scared. I think I want to wait till I can design a kid to have a kid, you know, on a computer. Because I want a very specific kid. People worry too much about their kids, and I understand that. Anybody here have an attractive daughter? Right? Your whole life is worrying. Your whole life. Your whole life is worrying, right? You just worry about her all the time. I can imagine that. It's tough. Like, if you have an attractive daughter, your life is just worrying, and then you die and hope other people worry. That's your whole life. That's why I want to have a daughter that looks just like me. Identical. I want my daughter to come walking up and people go, oh, here comes Andy. Oh, never mind, it's his daughter. That's why I want her to look like that. Right? Because if your daughter looked just like me, how much would you really worry? If your daughter looked just like me and she wanted to go to Aruba for her spring break trip, you're going to see her again. You know what I mean? She's coming home. All right, thank you guys very much. I'm Andy. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Danny, you did a great job. That was fantastic. Nice special. Thank you, Danny. So there's one quick announcement to make before we start to wrap things up. If you liked what you saw tonight, if you ever thought you'd be interested in doing stand-up comedy or sketch comedy or improv comedy, the next round of classes here at the Improvs or here at the Arcade starts in a week and a half. You can still sign up. Go to arcadecomedytheater.com and get all the information. If you take the stand-up class, it's mostly drinking 40s. That's really all we do every Tuesday night, so it's a good time. But now, here's what we really came for. Let's have another round of applause for all the fantastic students who came out here tonight. Let's hear it for Tom Campbell. Let's hear it for Justin